Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie with Natalie's Closet. As you can tell, this is not one of my regular fiber arts videos, but in this day and age, it's something that I thought was relevant. And since I needed hand sanitizer and I can't find it anywhere, I decided to go ahead and look up some recipes on YouTube and make my own. Well, this recipe that I'm going off of is by Leanne Michelle. She is a nurse. I met her through Ed at Island Life Fishing. Both of their the links to their channels will be in the description box below. Mine is going to be possibly a little different from Leanne's because she uses a full cup of distilled water, and I'm going to use none or just a little. Well, actually as little as I can in order for it to actually spray through a spray bottle versus only through a squirt bottle. So I'm going to play that by ear. So it may be identical. Who knows? It may be slightly different. But I'm going to play that by ear once I get to that part of it. But I wanted to give credit where credit is due. So this is the first time I am making my own hand sanitizer. I went ahead and I pre-cut the tops or the top layer off of this aloe so that I didn't waste time on camera. I did leave one here so I can show you what I did. I had these are the other tops that I went ahead and cut off. But otherwise everything's going to be on here. So if I make a mess, if I make a mistake, if I do whatever, it's all going to be for the first time with you guys. Because as you all know, other than adding my intro, outro videos or including, popping in a picture or another video, I don't edit my content. What it is I do is what I do, just like with my lives. It's just what I do. Anyway, so we are going to experience this together, so bear with me, and who knows, some of you guys may be saying, no, don't do it that way, or do it this way, or whatever, to yourselves, but leave that in the comment section below. If you have any questions, ask me. I'll try to answer it. If I don't know, I will find out. But I'm going to go ahead and cut the top off of this piece and then go ahead and juice the aloe. Now the reason why I am using, oops, there's a little piece of skin here. The reason why I'm using a real aloe plant is because it is it is impossible to find aloe juice anywhere. And it was nearly impossible finding an aloe plant, but my mom finally found a nursery in the area that had 3 of them. I went ahead and only grabbed one, and you're not supposed to cut more than 1/3 of the plant away in order to not damage the main plant. So this is what I was able to cut off. So I'm only needing, for the amount that I'm making, only 1/4 cup of aloe. So I should have way plenty of that, but I'm gonna have to go with whatever it is I end up with. But that is why I'm using an actual aloe plant. I could not find any aloe gel anywhere, even in small little vitamin shops, couldn't find it. So I am using a real aloe plant. I also I couldn't find it. Well, I'm also trying to be socially responsible and distance myself, just like we're all supposed to be, and not going to, all the big stores with tons of people. But even when I had gone there, before even some of the craziness, I could not find travel size squirt bottles or spray bottles. This I found in a local vitamin shop, so I went ahead and I got 2 of them. I have one with something else in it, but I ordered these on Amazon. I think they're still available. I did get this essential oil from the local vitamin shop that I went to as well. I picked Tangerine because we both love citrus, and this really smelled nice. As far as alcohol is concerned, you can use rubbing alcohol like that you may have in your medicine cabinet, or witch hazel, which they're both drying agent. They dry out the skin, but some people tolerate witch hazel better. I've only heard this in different videos. I've never used witch hazel, so I don't ask me specifics about it. But if you do decide to use drinking alcohol and go to your local liquor store, you have to make sure that it's at least 60% alcohol. Otherwise, it's not going to be effective as an antibacterial cleaning agent. Grain alcohol tends to be a lot higher. Like this is Everclear, and Leanne used, I think it was called Diesel. But this is 151 proof, which is 75.5% alcohol. Whatever the percent alcohol is, you multiply that, and that's the proof. Okay, so 75.5% alcohol is 151 proof. This is way plenty alcohol. Rubbing alcohol obviously is enough. So that's just one thing you want to make sure that you get, is any kind of alcohol that's over 60% alcohol. Most vodkas are 40%. I do think there are some that are higher, so make sure you do check that. Now, it took a lot to find this. I went to, I think, 2 or 3 different liquor stores, as well as having called several, and everybody was out of any alcohol that was over 60%. So clearly a bunch of people in my area were making hand sanitizer. I did find one liquor store that was connected to one of our local grocery stores. They had 2 bottles. I grabbed them because I figured if somebody in my office or something didn't have hand sanitizer, I could go ahead and make some. That's why I grabbed 2 of them. When it comes to the water, if you do decide to add water, you want to make sure to use distilled water, or if you boil water and cool it, you can also use that. But again, if you have questions or want more details, you can watch Leanne's video. So anyway, you just, on the aloe plant, I actually watched her video a couple times. You just cut off the top layer of skin. Normally I go from the other side, except I had already trimmed the top. It is gooey and sticky. And they drained quite a bit on their own. Now, I guess there is a yellow substance sometimes. Now, mine is a very young plant. So you do want to make sure that you use the mature leaves, which are the ones that are lower, you know, like towards the bottom of the plant, not the ones on top. But I guess there's a yellow substance that can come out of them. I don't know if it's typically at the bottom, at the top, whatever. I haven't found it. Actually, when I first cut it off, when it dripped, it was yellow. That, I guess, is something that has more of a bitter taste. Obviously, I'm not drinking this or eating this, but it is something that they say to just cut away. I don't know much about aloe plants, so whatever. But having followed her direction, she just kind of used the spoon. I guess I could have done part of this also to not bore you guys, but and I may not mess with the top part of the leaf, which doesn't seem to really have much. Oopsie, got part of the skin in there. Wow, I didn't realize I did it that hard. Okay, so now I guess I can see why she used water, because right now even this is really thick and really a messy job. I did wash my hands, so if anybody is wondering about that, and there are little pieces of skin in here. I don't know if that's like a problem or not. If it is, oh well. I guess this just won't be a batch that I give to anybody else if they need it. Anyway, I'm just gonna try to quickly do this. Now I know she uses her aloe leaves that have been juiced for something else. I'm not sure what they are good for. I haven't researched that at all. But I can see now how aloe plant, like straight from the aloe plant, aloe vera is thicker, and why you would want water. One of the other videos that I had watched, they used aloe gel from like a tube, you know, a bottle, which was a lot thinner. So I hope either you guys get a kick out of this if I like totally make a fool out of myself. Okay, that just ripped. She made it look so easy when she was scraping the aloe out of the leaves. This is actually quite interesting. And if you guys have tips on how to make it easier or how to do it easier, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. But I mean, look at this. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to whether or not you can actually see past me. And all I'm doing is I'm just taking the spoon and scraping it off the leaf. But if, like I said, if you guys know of an easier way, I mean, look how thick this is. Even like with my nail, I have to put some effort into it. So here's hoping. I should have at least a quarter. Oops, that's some dirt. I should have at least a quarter cup out of this. Again, please excuse me if you can't see everything really well. There's really not much to see, and I'm sorry for boring you with this part. But like I said, this is my first time doing it, and I wanted to share it with you guys, especially since I haven't done a regular video in, like, you know, regular pre-recorded, edited video since like November, I think. Something like that. Okay, this is probably going to drip on the floor. Miley's going to have fun. Actually, when I cut it off the plant, she was outside with me. I guess that was kind of stupid on my part, but she, it was dripping because it almost instantly drips. Here, I'm going to move it this way now. It almost instantly drips, and she was like smelling it and wanting to like lick the yellow, I guess maybe sap. I don't know what the best way, what best thing to call it would be. But I was like, no, 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 get away, get away. And I was trying to push her away, and the more I was trying to push her away, the more she wanted to take part in it, which anybody who knows Miley knows she is very stubborn and strong-willed. And yeah, so this is really a messy thing here. Oh boy. Well, actually, it's funny, but ooh, there's a piece of skin. This reminds me of, like, you know, the whites that you can, when you crack an egg, and there's, I don't know if anybody outside of my mom and I or whatever tries sometimes to get the white, I don't know what part of the egg it is, but out. That kind of reminded me of it. But there's actually plenty in here, but man, is it thick. I don't know if it's because this is a younger plant, and so it's, sorry, I just want to get some of the skin out because skin is not going to be able to get through anything. If it's because it's a younger plant, and that's why it's so thick. But I mean, look at this. I mean, ooh, actually, wow. It's weird. It almost looks like it's in the center of the juice. But, all right, I know I'm boring you guys, right? Or maybe you guys are laughing your butts off. Oops, almost used the other word. I mean, I do in my lives. I don't see why it would be a problem in here. But anyway, this is like, seriously. It's almost kind of fun, but it's really hard to hold on to once your hands are all slippery and stuff. So again, if you guys have better ways to do this to not be so messy, or a cleaner way, let me know. I mean, I have no problem with this, and again, it's just because I'm doing it on video that I wish it was, you know, a little bit easier. I'm trying not to waste any of the, ooh, look at this, it's nutsos. All right. That's a big piece of skin. Trying to get that out. All right. So, look at. Can you see how, well, yeah, it's like melted cheese or something. All right. So, really quick, I'm going to go ahead and rinse my hands off. That's why I made sure to do it right next to the sink. Oh, wow. It's like so hard to come off of my hands. So let me know, guys, is it because it's a younger plant? I mean, it's aged enough where it's okay for me to cut the leaves off. But let me know, are younger plants thicker? Like, is the juice thicker, or the gel, is it a thicker consistency than in a more mature plant? Or is that just the way it is? Again, I haven't cut into an aloe plant in I don't know, like years and years and years and years and years and years and years. But I'm going to put the whisk aside. I'm going to put this aside. Put some things aside here. I may leave the towel here just in case, but there are like all these dark spots and stuff. But it looks like I have, of course I'm not holding this straight and it's not on the countertop, But I have at least 3/4 of a cup, almost 1 full cup of aloe gel. So I do have little pieces of skin in here. So if I'm able, now that I just washed my hands, that was stupid of me. Let me just get this one piece of skin since I know it's like right there. I didn't mean to have any part of my face or head in here, but whatever. All right, rinse again. This is actually quite fun. I hope you guys don't mind that I'm doing all of this on camera with you guys. So anyway, I'm going to put the recipe in the description box below of exactly what I'm using in case you want to follow it that way. But I am only going to be using 1/4 cup of aloe. Now, from what I read, because I did do some research, I can keep this in the refrigerator in a sealed container. Now, I do have to double check. And if you guys know this, please leave it in the description box below. But from what I read, as a plant, if I just cut the leaves off and wrapped it in plastic, like saran wrap, and put it in the fridge, it only lasts for 4 to 5 days. But from what I read, I believe it was the gel, if I put it into a container, that it'll keep in the refrigerator for, I think it said a few weeks, like 5 or 6 weeks. If I did it in a proper container and froze it, it could be up to 6 months. But please correct me on whether or not that's the leaf, if I properly did it, or if it's the actual gel, because that's going to help, because I only need 1/4 cup of this for what I'm doing. Now, I need 3/4 cup of alcohol, which just has not been opened yet. So there's 3/4 cup. I've never actually drank grain alcohol on its own. Okay, it's a little bit more. It's like a tad more than 3/4 cup. But I did get Everclear. Oh my gosh, my arms. I'm so sorry. I don't like my arms, so please disregard them. Of course, now you're going to be looking at them even more. I'm going to go ahead and prepare a cup of distilled water, just so I have it, because clearly I think I'm going to need it. And this is distilled water. As you can see, it's Crystal brand. There's only like 1 or 2 stores in the area that actually carry it, and we need it for other things. So, yeah, I probably should have just boiled some water. But, all right. So, now, hello, I need a bowl to be able to actually prepare this in. So, give me 1 second. I will try not to make too much noise. I would prefer a clear bowl, but I don't think I have one. Well, you know what? I do have one large enough. This should be good enough. I should have been better prepared. I apologize. So anyway, I think she started with the alcohol, which I'm going to go ahead and do. So it's 3/4 cup of the alcohol that you are making sure is more than 60% alcohol. And, whew, that's strong. And 1/4 cup of aloe gel. Yuck. I think that's some dirt or something that got in there. Oh. Okay. Woo! Doggy. Look at that. Oh, jelly and gooey. All right, so 1/4 cup of aloe gel. Yay. Looks like there's some dirt or something in there. Oh, well. And then I'm going to go ahead and put 10 drops of the tangerine. You want to smell it? Oops. I forget where my camera is. Want to smell it? Oh, it's not focusing. Too much stuff in the background. Oh, well. Did you smell it? It smells good, doesn't it? I know, I'm being silly, but you all know that I try to have you feel my yarn and smell the yarn and stuff like that. So why not the tangerine essential oils? Okay, well, that may have been a little bit more than 10 drops, but all right. I'm going to go ahead and try to whisk it now without the water and see what happens. Wow, this is like, I don't know that even a whisk is going to do this. I think I almost wish I could post this video first and then get comments and stuff from you guys. Because, dudes, this is like really... That's the refrigerator. this isn't like breaking up. So I would really like to know, anybody that knows anything about aloe plants, if this is as, I mean, look at this. That is not going to go through a spray bottle. And I don't know if the water itself will make a difference. Whoa. You know what, guys? Please bear with me. And I wouldn't like typically do this, but it's just for my mom and I for this moment. I'm going to go ahead and put my fingers into it and kind of break up the aloe a little and see. I mean, this is like serious stuff here. I mean, it's like, it's thick. I really have no idea. My hands are clean though, that's for sure. But what's cool is that right now, like normally if I were to use hand sanitizer, now my hands aren't quite as crazy bad dry as they typically are, as you guys have seen in my lives and stuff. But typically, oops, did that just fly out of the bowl? Oh well. Yeah, this is not actually mixing. This is like it's not actually mixing with the alcohol. There's like no, I think I'm helping it a little, but like a little. So guys, I may decide not to post this, and if I do, you guys have seen all of this, but I don't know. Water, I don't think water is going to do anything. I'm going to add water to it just simply to see what happens. The problem is if this doesn't work out, I don't have any more aloe right now because I've cut already a little more than a third. Oopsie. I've cut a little more than a third of my plant, and I don't want to kill my plant. And I read on many sites. Now, if you guys know that to be different, and I can cut it, you know, up until the baby leaves, let me know. Except if it is because it's a, you know, not a mature plant, I may not be doing anything better for it. But, and I don't know if water itself is going to like somehow react with the aloe and make it, you know, like be less solid. But what I was saying is that as dry as my hands, you know what? I think my body is like absorbing this alcohol. I kid you not. Or maybe it's just the scent of it that is making me feel like I just drank a bottle of it. Okay, I'm being, that's a I'm being very drastic on that. I'm like way exaggerating, but this is like really interesting. But what I was starting to say originally is that typically when I use hand sanitizer with my hands as dry as they always are, it burns like instantly. I put it on and I'm like, ow. Yeah, this is not doing that at all. If anything, my hands feel drunk. I'm so kidding. I've broken it up quite a bit, but it's still, I don't know, can you guys see that? It's still chunky. And truthfully, even if I add water, unless it magically makes the aloe like dissolve, this does not feel like aloe gel. Like if I had a bottle of aloe gel, it does not feel like that at all whatsoever. Now I did find one bottle of aloe gel, but I was keeping it in the event somebody desperately needed aloe and or didn't want me to make them hand sanitizer, which quite frankly, I don't know that I would want any of this myself if it wasn't for me, or for my mom. But I'm going to try to, and it's not like I can use a potato masher or something. That's not going to, okay, anyway, I kind of sort of made it a little bit better, but please bear with me. Again, guys, if you guys have ideas, thoughts, comments, whatever, please put them in the description box below, because I sincerely would like to know if I did something wrong. I mean, I followed her directions, I thought, to the T or to the letter, but I'm going to go ahead. I don't know if I want it, because see, okay, I'm going to go ahead and whisk it a little. It smells really good. Smells like I just tore open a tangerine. Awesome on that. Now, I think this would, now see, she got a, okay, but she did add the cup of water. See, it is still, can you see that, guys? Oops. You see the clumps? So it is still very clumpy. So I may go ahead and post this just for the hell of it, just to get your comments and stuff. I'm really wanting to use it in a spray bottle, and in all honesty, with it being this liquidy, I don't think it would be effective in a squirt bottle, because I'm going to squirt it and it's just going to be liquid. And then it's going to go everywhere, and that's just not going to be fun. Now in the spray bottle, I think it's going to all settle on the bottom. I mean, I can shake it, no problem. But am I really getting the effects of what I'm trying to do? I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and put some, see again, unless water is going to dissolve the aloe, which it may, I don't know what the water is going to do, because this is like basically separated. The aloe is down on the bottom of the bowl and the alcohol is up on top. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. The aloe is either floating or mainly down on the bottom, and the liquid is up on top. I don't know if you can't see it. Okay, do you see that a little bit better? So again, unless the water is going to magically dissolve the aloe, I don't know that I need it, because this is liquid. I mean, it's liquid. It's going to spray outside of the aloe not coming through, which means it's going to clog the spray tube. It's going to spray through. So what do you all think? Unfortunately, this isn't live, so I can't get your right now responses. But I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of water in. Let's see what happens. Now, when she put her water in, it changed the color. Okay, it just did it to mine too. So let's see. Like, it made it, instead of it being clear, it like made it white, which is what it did to hers too. I don't know. Maybe it somehow dissolved some of it. I don't know. I don't think water dissolves aloe. Man, my Fitbit is going to be like, woohoo, you got 10,000 steps today. I wonder. Maybe it did something? No, see? You see all that aloe right there? It's all in my whisk now. So, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should add the rest of the water. I don't have enough spray bottles, unfortunately, to not waste a lot of this. So that's why I was trying to avoid using water if I could. All right, well, I don't know what to do. I so wish I was on the live right now, because then I could be getting your guys' opinion right now and wouldn't have to wait for responses. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and pour some into a bottle just so you can see that, and then I'll post this. And I'll still mess with this, and I'll let you all know. I'll do an update video if I decided to go ahead and if I figured something out or whatever. Okay, so this is already a half hour. I was not meaning it to be that long, and honestly, it was more of a fun thing and talking, whatever. But leave your comments, opinions, thoughts, whatever in the, comment section below, and I will let you know if I did anything different to make it better. But let me quickly... I'll do the blue because, well, pink is really... Anyway, I'll go ahead and do this. But I want it to catch into something. You know what? No, what I was going to use, because this was not big enough, I'm going to go ahead and use this. Maybe if I use just that gooey part, but how do you separate the gooey part? I mean, I don't know. Huh. This is interesting. So, I mean, there are aloe pieces in here. I know just from the fact that it's, 75.5% alcohol, that it's definitely going to kill stuff. And that's the whole point of it. So, let's see if it sprays. Oh, this sprays in a stream. Yay. So, I guess spray, and wipe. Smells nice and clean. So, I didn't realize that it was that kind of a sprayer, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a mist. Let's try this one since I have you guys here. Now, when you're using just essential oils and stuff, I know you want to use, a brown glass bottle. Or cobalt blue. Yeah, see, there's a lot of aloe going in there. I guess I can just keep the aloe out, but then what's the point of having aloe? You know what I mean? This I know is a spray, a mist versus but it doesn't feel like it's closing. Okay, it is. No. That is too weird because I have another one of these, and because I have some colloidal silver in it, which is another great killing agent, but I'm sorry, a pathogen, or like kills bacteria and viruses, that kind of stuff, not a killing agent as in anyway. So I mean, it works. It may end up clogging up the sprayer if too much of the aloe gets in there. I don't know, but anyway, I don't know if this helped because I don't know if I did it right or if there's something else I should have done or whatever. I followed her video as best as I thought. I followed her video completely, but maybe not. So again, if you see this and actually follow it through to the end, if you have any thoughts, comments, opinions, ideas, whatever, please leave them in the description box below. If you are new to my channel, and I should have said this in the beginning, and you'd be interested in seeing more content, which is typically fiber arts related, please go ahead and hit, oops, I have something blue on my shirt. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, as well as notification bell, and hit it to all so you get notifications on all my videos. And like the video for me, that would be very much appreciated. And if you're willing to share it, that would be awesome as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though I don't know that I did it right. But like I said, this was my first time trying it, and you guys were along on the ride with me. So I hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait to see and read your comments down below. But thank you all for being here. Thanks for your patience and watching this whole thing and watching me probably make a fool out of myself. But I will have the links in the description box below for Leanne Michelle, so you can actually watch her video and see if you figure out something different. And to Ed at Island Life Fishing, they will both be in the description box below, as well as the recipe that she has for this will be written out in the description box as well. Okay, so I hope you have a great night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys soon. Hopefully tomorrow on a live, which will be Thursday, March 26th. I'm hoping to go live at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, have a great night. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.